Graspop 2019. We are here with Vivian and Phil from Leppard. How are you guys doing?
Really good, thank you. Yeah.
Are you up for tonight?
Every night we're up for it. Yeah.
Good answer.
Absolutely.
Right answer.
We are absolutely. Yeah.
You're one of the headliners today, next to Kiss and Whitesnake. I think it's fair to say that you, as well as those other two bands, are rock and roll royalty. Do you get along backstage? Do you have a party and talk about how exactly
we do really get on well with both bands. You know, obviously Vivian was with Whitesnake as well, and we actually talk, we joke with them all the time. Joe's constantly on emails with David. Kiss have actually been champions and supporters of us for years. I mean, even we won an American Music Award. This was back in the 80s, and we were recording Hysteria, and they got it for us, and they got it on our behalf. I've actually played with Kiss. You know, we actually, there's only two people who's ever played on stage with them, and Joe Perry and me. So
and my dog Stuart has been on their private
That's
jet.
Right. They took him home. So we us and Kiss. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Festivals today are a lot bigger. Productions bigger. Stages are bigger. You can go all out. Do you feel as if you started a band too late because now you can do everything you want, and back in the day you were maybe more limited to?
No, I think we were during the record industry, so making records on analog and going into recording studios and doing all of that. It was magical, So we don't miss that. That's great, but we always accept new stuff. It's great. When something disappears, something good comes in its place. So we feel fortunate to actually experience all of it and still be around, and actually getting more popular by the day. So
it's more fun now.
It is, and especially when you're this experienced, we get better every time we go on tour. The singing gets. You're all here tonight, It's like I can't believe we can sing this well. I can't believe we play guitar this well. I would have, as a kid, someone said, well, that's you playing guitar at 61. I'd have said, first off, what am I doing at 61 playing guitar? And also, I don't believe you, that's amazing. So all of us, the level goes up all the time.
On the other side, the Ramones wouldn't have sounded as they did if they could play guitar.
Yes, absolutely. But we would sound really terrible if we couldn't play guitar. We wouldn't be able to play those songs, especially the singing.
You got to find the right balance between, being good at your craft and still having the right attitude. Because like when I hear a lot of bands, not necessarily rock bands, but all sorts of different genres of bands who come out in this day and age, a lot of them, what is missing? I mean, they have talent, they can write songs, they can sing, they can play a bit, but they don't have balls. It's like, and you listen to something back from the 90s or the 80s or 70s, there's something earthy about it. There's an intent, that you have to have, and that's, Phil's 61, I'm not far behind. We're all at a certain level, and we've gotten really good at our craft, but we still go out there and we play it with a real fucking rock attitude.
Head first and just...
Yes, exactly.
You brought out a covers album in 2006, a lot of nice Blondie tune as well. Is there a Def Leppard cover that you really love? Has a band ever covered Def Leppard that you really love?
Yeah, they all suck so far. I mean, I've heard some. Mariah Carey did Bring On the Heartbreak. But I haven't heard anything that really speaks to me. M. Griner done a really cool version of Pour Some Sugar on Me on the Piano, but I've never heard a band do a killer version of something. Not yet.
There's The Offspring, Pretty Fly for a White Guy. It has a bit of...
that doesn't count though, it's just got just a sample. Yeah.
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah.
All right, good. Where did you get it from?
That's Mutt Lange.
Okay.
That's when we was doing Pyromania. It's a long album. All our albums are kind of long, and they just got bored of going 1, 2, 3, 4. So he went on to Gleben, Glass and Glove, and he ended up staying on there. So
that's good.
Yeah,
good story. Pour Some Sugar became like the ultimate stripper album.
Yes.
What's it like to have girls that could be your daughters right now take their clothes off on your music?
It's pretty weird. But great. It's like it's good that I think it's good. Is it good?
I'm sure it was good. I'm not so sure it's good now because they're as old as we are, so they should keep their clothes on maybe. But you know, it's again, it's the spirit of the song. It brings out the inner stripper in every woman. You know, so that's
every
good.
man as well, depending on how much.
That's even worse.
I'll take my shirt off tonight. I promise. You've always put you're making hard rock, obviously, but you've also put a lot of emotion in it. It's more emotional than your regular hard rock band.
Right.
Is that? Do you write from the heart? Is it that?
We do, but a lot of rock bands stay very much in one genre, and we bring different influences, whether it's jazz or I listen to everything. We all do collectively very different stuff, and I think that's really important. You know, Mutt Lange was. You know, he was into country, and obviously before he did the AC/DC stuff, you'd go in his car and you'd find, this was back when they had cassettes, George Jones, all these country stuff. So he was into that, and Van Morrison, stuff you wouldn't really think about. And then he does, you know, Back in Black and Highway to Hell, and then Def Leppard stuff. So he was just a huge fan. He was from Africa, so there's lots of different influences. And I think one thing we got from him was that the more you let in, the more comes out. And then you also believe it as well. If you're experiencing it and enjoying it and being inspired by it, it will come out.
So we're going to see a lot of love on stage tonight.
Lots of love, yeah, and we love each other. So the band is great. There's a vibe that we have that a lot of other bands don't have.
We are really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's great, honestly.
Thank you so much, guys, and
Pleasure.
enjoy the
Thank
show
you.
tonight.
Thank you. Cheers, thanks.
It was an honor having you.
Thank you.